Plaintiff Shahinda Fisher says the defendant was her best friend, so Shahinda loaned her a cell phone. However, she claims the defendant gave the phone to her cousin, and then her cousin assaulted Shahinda. She's suing for the phone and emotional distress. Defendant Angelique Morris admits that she loaned Shahinda's phone to her cousin, but she doesn't feel like she should be in court today. Angelique insists Shahinda should be suing her cousin for failing to return the phone.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
We are all gathered here today, Your Honor.
This ain't no funeral. No, you're not gathered here today for that.
Yes, sorry. Due to this unfortunate situation that's been hindering me for almost a year now, due to the negligence of my former best friend, because she decided to give me her cousin my phone without my permission.
How did she get it?
So I lended it to her in July of 2021. With an agreement that she would return it to me when she gets her new phone, or approximately in a couple months, which turned into months and Sundays. And next thing you know, we were all working together at the time. Angel and her cousin get into it on Facebook about some he say, she say, but you know, this is my best friend, so we both falling out with the girl now. So with that being said, she tells me that she has my phone. So I text her.
The cousin.
Yes. So I text her and I tell her, like, I need my phone back, which I have right here. And she tells me this is her phone. Her cousin. I text her cousin about the phone.
You had given her the phone?
No, she gave her the phone.
Okay, go ahead, Mama.
I texted Tiana telling her, like, I'm coming to get my phone. And she's like, oh, this is my phone now. So.
Yeah, you're discussing it with the wrong person. So how did that work out? You didn't get her phone to her.
Yeah, basically.
So you don't know what the two of them discussed. She could have given it to her. She could have sold it to her.
Right.
You should have asked her.
I did ask her about it.
And what'd she tell you?
She told me that she gave it to her because her baby daddy broke her phone and she was gonna get it fixed next week.
Okay, so did you say, would you call her and get it?
Yes,
in other words,
I did.
And what did she do?
We both contacted her and we ended up getting into an argument.
Right, you both, that's what happened. You jumped into something that you shouldn't have. That's between you and her. She should have gotten your phone back. If she didn't, you should do just what you're doing now, suing her. Shouldn't have got involved in that. That's exactly what happened. See, you don't know what the disposition of the phone was. Like we just said, she could have sold it to her and not tell you. What were you gonna say?
Well, it was under my understanding that she gave it to her under the agreement that she would give it back to her that following week when we all got paid.
Who gave you that understanding?
Angel.
You didn't get it directly from the girl. Everything you knew about your phone, you got from her. And that's what I meant by you have to go to her and say, what did you do with my phone? And then if she can't give you the right answer, you say, well, you owe me for the phone. And I'm sure that's what you're here doing today.
Yes, we did.
But I was just wondering, did you take that first step? First step should have been to her, not to her cousin.
Yes, the first step was with her, Your Honor.
Okay.
We was all working together, and I told her that she needed to get my phone back when she initially told me about it. She ended up texting her about it. They got into an argument. So I tried to text her from an understanding standpoint, but she was already mad with the both of us. Her cousin I'm speaking of. So with that being said, she tells me we're gonna go to her grandmother's house so that we can all like talk it out.
Who tells you that? Her or her cousin?
Angel.
Angel tells you that.
So we call her grandma, and I tell her I did try to do a property retrieval sometime in September, but the police never came. And the grandma told me that it would be okay to come to her residence where her cousin was staying at the time to get the phone. And she also informed me that she was in a situation in court with her herself because she got caught stealing her car at the time. So she understood that the girl just had a relentless attitude towards the situation. But she still said that we could talk it out, you know, like it's a family matter. So I expected it to be safe. And Angel assured me that it would be safe, that we
coming over there to talk.
Yes. And I've known her grandma since I was 12.
What was there to talk about, though?
I just wanted to get the phone back without there being, you know, a issue.
Any hostility,
That's it. Like, because that's her favorite granddaughter. So I'm just trying to, come at it at a certain way.
Yeah, it sounds like you handled it properly. When you first went to her about it, and then she contacted her cousin about it, and then you couldn't get any response, so that's when you call her cousin. All right, you handled that properly. I was just making sure you didn't go direct to the cousin first, because it's her responsibility.
I didn't even really engage with the cousin, like via social media or nothing through none of this.
So how did it go at the house that time?
So we get there, she lets us in, and we're telling her what happened.
The cousin.
Miss
the grandmother.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling her what happened. My best friend is talking to her. We both telling her what's going on. Her cousin's in the back apparently sleep because she comes up like rubbing her eyes.
The young lady with the phone.
Right. So the grandma calls the cousin from the back. She comes to the front. I'm like, so where's my phone? She instantly started yelling, and next thing you know, she swing on me while the grandma is right here in front of us, in between us.
What did she say before swinging on you?
She said, you're not getting
Did
back.
you all have a problem before that?
No, other than us going back and forth. When I first told her that I'm coming to get my phone, and she said that, which is right here, she said that I'm not getting it back. This is her phone now.
Did you say, would you call her and get it?
Yes,
in other words,
I did.
And what did she do?
We both contacted her, and we ended up getting into an argument.
Right, you both. That's what happened. You jumped into something that you shouldn't have. That's between you and her. She should have gotten your phone back. If she didn't, you should do just what you're doing now, suing her.
Plaintiff Shahinda Fisher says she loaned her cell phone to the defendant, but the defendant then gave it to her cousin, who refused to return it and assaulted Shahinda.
Let me hear from you, ma'am.
I am here because my former best friend is here suing me for a phone that I had lended to my cousin. Yes, I understood that I lended it to my cousin without her permission, but I just feel as if that I shouldn't be sued for this phone because I did not lend out no personal information about her or we just never had no problem to the point where it should have got this far.
Who should she get her money or phone from?
My cousin.
Okay, and if the cousin doesn't, she's just out of a phone that you gave away?
I mean...
She's out of her phone, which you gave away behind her back? That's what it should be?
I mean...
You give her phone away behind her back without her permission, and then when the person doesn't give it back, you say, you got bad luck, best friend. Oh, he's my best friend. Here, you want a phone? I ain't giving her nothing. She's my best friend, but I'm gonna rip her phone off and give it to somebody else and give her my behind the kiss. That's what you did. Best friend.
Well,
you got any more best friends that give your items away and then say they ain't got nothing to do with it when you ask for your things back?
Your Honor, this right now for me is a new rewind. I've overcome homelessness in this past year, domestic abuse. I really don't have any friends right now because these are the kind of friends that I run into.
What's going on with your life, though? How did you become homeless?
So, when I was 16, I kind of was like couch hopping up until about a year ago when I was living with my ex-boyfriend at his brother's house. Basically, he beat me up and his brother got mad at both of us because he put us out and my ex-boyfriend broke his mirror in his house. So he decided to steal all of my clothes that was in the car when I was sleeping in my car and have his cousin, who was a mechanic, come and strip my car. Later on that year, I ended up getting back with the dude. And because I felt like he was the only one that was there for me.
There to strip your car and take your clothes?
No, that was his brother.
Do that? No, I'm sure there's a lot of people who would have done that. You got a lot of thieves out here.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I really don't know.
People would beat you up, taking your clothes and taking your car.
Honestly, at this point, I don't even know if he really had something to do with it, but that's another story.
Oh, well, okay, I thought you said it.
But I broke up with him and I haven't been like in communication with him. He's in jail. He got caught in broad daylight breaking into my apartment and
really?
I'm sorry. But basically
Well, I'm glad he's in prison, so you got your justice there.
I'm sorry. I just been through a lot this year, and I'm just trying to get a rewind, and just clear out my circle and just focus on my business right now.
Well, you heard her attitude, so she should be a part of the outer circle now. You got inner circles who you trust and who are loyal, and then you got outer circles who are shaky or who are fake, and they say they love you, but they really don't. So put her in that outer circle because she has shown you what she thought of your property and of what she lets happen to you. Was that your last comment?
I was actually going to get to the fact that basically I got my apartment a year ago. I've been there for a year now, still have it, through the Victim of Crimes Unit after what happened with my boyfriend and his brother and his cousin. And, you know. Good. Yeah, I'm basically just trying to get my life together.
What you doing for yourself right now?
Well, I just beat that case, but I was working at retail because that's the only job that I could find. But I recently just quit, but I'm trying to get a new job.
Why'd
I do
you
hair. But, honestly, I want a better job now that this case is dismissed. I do
Couldn't
hair.
interview while you had a full-time?
I mean, I actually got into a situation where I got into it with the manager.
Oh, I got it. All right.
He come to the front. I'm like, so where's my phone? She instantly started yelling. And next thing you know, she swing on me while the grandma is right here in front of us, in between us.
Plaintiff Shahinda Fisher says she loaned her cell phone to the defendant, but the defendant then gave it to her cousin, who refused to return it and assaulted Shahinda.
Okay, let me grant you your judgment for $2,100. She admits that you loaned her the phone. She admits that she gave it to somebody else without your permission, behind your back. That person will not give it back, and she says, go get it from them. So, of course, she's responsible. Judgment for the plaintiff. Good luck to you.
Thank you. I just wish that you would have been here for me more, through what I was going through, because you could see how one issue can just snowball effect and really just affect somebody in a way that they will never really maybe heal from, or you never know what they're going through. So you should just think twice next time, because it's always love, but, it did hold me back this whole entire year in so many ways. So, yeah. But I do wish you the best.
I just feel like, yes, there is no love lost, and it was irresponsible of me to do so. But on another note, I just hope everything just goes great in your business.